Chelsea, this is Christian. Welcome to the Lounger Yoga Project. We're going to start in Shavasana today, so just come to lay down. Towards the end of practice, we are going to use a prop to lay on top of, so if you don't have a yoga block or a bolster, just take a moment and grab a book or something that you can lay on top of a pillow. When you arrive in your Shavasana, just allowing your legs and your arms to be wide, palms facing up. And closing the eyes. And allowing your awareness to fall to your breath. Observing your breath. Noticing the qualities of your breath this morning. Does the breath feel long, deep? Maybe it feels a little restricted. The focus of our practice today is going to be taking long, deep, diaphragmatic breaths. What I mean by diaphragmatic is when the diaphragm is moving as we breathe. It moves down as we inhale, the belly pushes out, and up as we exhale. To begin, I'd like to explore what it feels like to use the entire rib cage to breathe, filling the lungs. So we're going to place our hands to our floating ribs at the front of the body, and if you're not sure where that is, you can just have a quick look at me. And as you breathe, allowing the breath to move to those ribs. It's like we're gently guiding the breath to the ribs. So there's no force. We're now going to give ourselves a hug, wrapping one arm around the other and allowing the hands to rest to the outside of the rib cage. So the side ribs. Again, you can have a look at me if you need. And then breathing into the side of the ribcage. So our sympathetic nervous system mediates the body's response to physical activity by increasing heart rate, blood pressure, sweat, pupil dilation, as well as a bunch of other things. And the sympathetic nervous system prepares the body for physical exertion. It also activates our fight and flight response. And the parasympathetic nervous system does the opposite. It decreases heart rate, blood pressure, and prepares the body for rest and digestion. So stimulation of these branches of the nervous system occurs during the breath cycles. When we take long, slow, deep breaths, we activate the parasympathetic nervous system. And that allows the body to relax. Keeping your hands where they are, feel that the back of your heart presses into the yoga mat as you inhale. So now we feel an expansion through the front of the ribcage, the side of the ribcage, and the back of the body. Now slide your hands to just underneath your collarbones, keeping this expansion of front, side and back of the body. Now as you finish your inhale, feel underneath the hands. Adding on a gentle restriction of the back of the throat now. So this way of breathing is activating the rest and digest system of the body, soothing, calming the nervous system. Very simple focus of the class today is to continue to breathe in this manner. From here, we're going to bring our right knee in towards our chest and interlace our fingers in front of the right calf. And just take a gentle rock of the knee from side to side here. Feeling into the hip joint. Observing its shape. If there's points of tenderness, pinching, perhaps there are places that feel really smooth. So massaging into the hip.
From here, place your left foot down onto the mat with the knees pointing up towards the ceiling. And place your left hand to your left hip. Finding a half happy baby, grab hold of the outer right foot or ankle or calf. Observe if your left buttock is lifting off of the mat. If so, use your left hand to guide the buttock back down. Press your right foot up and your right knee down. Notice what's happened to the breath. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh so the right foot is flexed. Then draw the legs in towards you, either interlacing your fingers in front of the left thigh or calf. Maybe you'd like to take a gentle rock here from side to side. And release, extend the legs forward. Bring the left knee in towards the chest, interlace the fingers in front of the left calf and gently rock the leg from side to side, feeling into the hip joint. So really, we're allowing the breath to do a lot of the work for us today. Allowing the breath to be guided into relaxation, and therefore the body to be guided into relaxation. Setting up for half happy baby, right foot to mat, right hand to right hip, and grab hold of the outer left foot. Guiding right buttock down. And finding this opposite action in the body by pressing the left foot up and the left knee down. Crossing your left ankle over the right thigh and drawing the legs in towards you. Left foot is flexed to protect the left knee. And then maybe there's a little rock here. And release. Bring the knees in towards your chest. Rock and roll yourself up and down the length of your spine. Come into a kneeling position. You could sit yourself on top of one of your props if that's more comfortable. Make a cactus with the arms. And we're going to wrap our right elbow underneath left hands together in prayer. Or you can bring your hands to shoulders. Hug your navel towards the spine. Inhale, rise the fingertips towards the ceiling. There can be a gentle back bend here, opening of the heart. And exhale, contract, bring the elbows towards the spine. Allow the breath to guide the movement. Inhale, rise one up. And exhale, contract. Inhale, rise. Exhale, contract. Next time we're going to inhale, rise, lift the palms to the ceiling, unravel the arms. Exhale, bend through the elbows. Inhale, wrap left arm underneath right. Take an exhale here. Inhale, rise fingertips up, open heart. Exhale, contract. You have 3 more in your own time. When you've done your 3, inhale, rise the palms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to mat. Find yourself in an all-4 position. I'm just going to stagger, so Christian, you can stay in front. We're going to be in our all-4s, weight even between both of our hands, and then lift our right foot up to the sky with the right knee bent. Great. I'm going to begin to circle through the hip by moving the knee. So bring the right knee out to the side, to the right, forward, down, and up. Just continuing to move in this way. Observe what's happening with the weight in the hands. Try to keep the weight even. To do this, it really requires a lot of core. And we're observing the shape, the sensation of the hip. Next time you bring your knee close to the front of the room, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Great. Hug the right knee in towards your right arm, tuck the back foot and lift the back knee. You can keep your hands to your mat, you could come up onto your fingertips, or you could use your props underneath your hands here. So allow the pelvis to be quite low, but then really press your left hamstring away from you, so we're opening through the front left hip. Your left heel reaches back as the heart reaches forward. 2 deep breaths. Expanding the ribcage in every direction. Plant the hands down, step back to your plank pose. So your upper back is rounding, your pubic bone is moving towards your face, your inner thighs spiral to the ceiling, and we're looking just forward of the mat. Bend through the knees, push back, down dog. Feel free to walk out the feet, swing the hips. Observing if there's been changes in the breath. Maintaining slow, steady breathing. Drop to the knees and we'll meet in that all-4 position. This time it will be the left leg that comes up. Weight even between the hands. Bring the left knee wide, forward, down and back. Nice and slow. Becoming really intimate with your hip joint. We know that the body relaxes when we take deep breaths. Next time you take a big circle, step your left foot to the outside of the left hand. Tuck the back foot, lift the back knee. Your left knee presses in towards the torso. Pelvis is fairly low as you press your right hamstring away from you. Right heel moves away as heart beams forward. 2 deep, expansive breaths. This time we're going to step our right foot to the outside of the right hand, coming into a malasana squat. This is pretty early on in the practice for a squat, so feel free to sit yourself on top of your blocks, your books, and or lift your heels. Your hands can stay to the mat for support or bring your hands to prayer at the heart. Lengthen through the spine, open the heart. Imagine that your pelvic floor is lifting up. And fold yourself forward. We're at the top of the mat with our feet hip distance apart. Just take a generous bend through the knees, allow the hands and the arms to do what they like. They could just hang, or you could grab hold of each opposite elbow. When you're ready, begin to roll up your spine, one vertebrae at a time. We arrive in Tadasana, mountain pose. From here, lift the palms to the ceiling, inhale. Hands come to prayer, exhale, roll down through the spine. Halfway lift, inhale, fingertips to shins, lengthen spine. Exhale, plant hands, step back, plank pose. Crown of the head moves forward, drop your knees, untuck the toes. Keep drawing the pubic bone towards your face. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Press all of the toenails down, press your pubic bone down. Inhale, lift up, cobra, open through the heart. Hug the elbows in towards your torso. Exhale, release the head. Keep the spine straight, push yourself up onto your knees, tuck your toes, push back, down dog. Press down through the base knuckle of your pointer finger, little bend through the knees. Draw the navel to spine as you send your sit bones back. Full expansive breath. When you're ready, step yourself to the top of the mat. Maybe it's lots of little steps or 2 big steps. Halfway lift, inhale, fingertips to shins. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise the palms all the way up. Exhale, roll all the way down. Halfway lift, maybe fingertips stay to the mat now. Exhale, plant hands, step back. Plank. Your knees could stay lifted. Reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, lower onto your belly. Inhale, we lift up for cobra, pressing toes and pubic bone down. Exhale, release the head. Maybe you push up onto your knees, or you tuck your toes, lift the knees, push up, plank, push back, down dog. So choosing the variation of sun salutation that feels appropriate for your body this morning. Make your way to the top of the mat. You could step or you could jump. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, rise the palms all the way up. Exhale, roll all the way down. Inhale, ribcage expands. Exhale, contracts. Step back or you could jump. Chaturanga, maybe your shoulders line up with your elbows. You come into your up dog now, or cobra. Up dog, pelvis, thighs, knees, calves are lifted. And find your way back. Down dog. We'll take one more round, step or jump yourself to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Palms to the sky. Palms to the mat. Halfway lift. Plant hands, step or jump back, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Push back, down dog. Little bend through the left knee, rise the right leg up to the sky, inhale. Exhale, knee to chest, step the foot forward. Drop your back knee, untuck the toes, and rise the palms up, Ardha Anjayasana, low lunge. Press your right heel down and energetically drag it back, and lift the skin on your belly towards the face. Give yourself that big hug, just like we did when we laid down. Feeling the full expansion of the rib cage as you breathe. Simple twist, left hand down, right arm reaches up, tuck back foot, lift back knee. Pressing the left hamstring away. Finding length through the left side of the body, so the side of the body that is closest towards the yoga mat. And then pivot the heart open towards the ceiling. We're going to take Shiva's twist. You're going to point all of your toes towards the right side of the room, so you're resting on the outside edge of both of your feet. Back leg is straight. From here, allow the pelvis to lower as you reach your right hand back. It's very important that the left leg is straight, and we're pressing deeply down through the outside edge of that back foot. Open the heart towards the ceiling, one more breath. Big circle with the right hand to mat. Step back, your flow, or rest. Little bend through the right knee. Inhale, rise the left leg up. Knee to chest, step the foot forward. Drop back knee, untuck toes, rise palms up. So we're not pushing or forcing the body. We're allowing the breath to do the work for us. Maybe you like to give yourself a hug here. Being with the breath. Simple twist, right hand down, left hand up. Tuck back foot, lift back knee. Even though your hands are no longer on the body, can you find that full expansive breath? Shiva's twist, roll to the outside edge of both of your feet, back leg is straight, toes to the left, allow the pelvis to lower as you reach your left hand behind you. So often we collapse the chest down to the mat here. Work on opening the heart, first to the side of the room, but then maybe towards the ceiling. Big circle with left hand. Step back, you can take a flow or rest. So child's pose is always there for you. Come straight back to a down dog. Deep inhale rises right leg up. Long exhale, knee to chest, step the foot forward. Take a generous bend through your back knee, rise the palms up, high lunge. So our two frontal hip bones are moving towards the front of the room here. If your left hip flexor is quite tight, it could drag the left hip back. Think about wrapping your left inner thigh towards the back of the room, and that will guide the hip forward. Lifting the skin on the belly up towards the ceiling. Now we're going to tap the back knee on the mat and bend through the elbows. So we're going to exhale, tap left knee, bend elbows into a cactus shape, and inhale, rise on up. Christian and I are perfect, aren't we? Exhale, tap. We could have knocked each other, but we didn't. Inhale, rise. Exhale, tap. Inhale, rise. Exhale, tap. Inhale, rise. Nice work. Bring your weight into the right foot as you squeeze your left foot or left knee up in towards your chest. Now take a deep bend through the right knee, cross the left ankle over the right thigh and send your sit bones back. Hug your lowest ribs, those floating ribs, towards the back of the body. Deep full breaths. From here we're going to bend those elbows once again. Wrap right elbow underneath left, hands to prayer or hands to shoulders. Option to stay here or to fully wrap the legs. So left leg will cross over right, maybe the foot wraps around. So we're in an eagle pose now. Sit down, wrap the floating ribs back, and then lean your shoulder blades behind you. So it's like you have two supportive hands to your upper back and you're leaning into that support. One more breath. Unravel, left knee reaches to the sky, hands reach to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, hands to mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant hands, exhale, step or jump back, flow or skip. Inhale, rises the left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest, step the foot forward. Generous bend through the back, knee rise on up. Deep, long, expansive breaths. If it's challenging for you to breathe in that way, that's an indicator that maybe you need to just ease back a little bit. Let's exhale, tap, bend the elbows. Inhale, rise on up. Christian and I magic this morning. Exhale, tap. Inhale, rise. Keep lifting the skin on the belly up. Exhale, tap. Inhale, rise. Exhale, tap. Inhale, rise. Nice work. Weight into left foot, right knee up and towards your chest. Deep bend through the left knee, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, sit back. Bend the elbows, left elbow underneath right, hands to prayer or hands to shoulders. Option to stay here or to fully wrap the legs. Wrapping the legs, squeeze the thighs in towards one another. Be with the breath. You're going to unravel right knee to chest, reach the palms to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant hands, step or jump back, floor or rest. Inhale, rise your right leg up to the sky. You're going to bend through the right knee and allow the hip to open. So your right heel is now squeezing towards your left buttock. Allow the pubic bone to move closer towards the face and the tailbone more towards the back of the room. Straight through the leg now, square the hip, knee to chest, step the foot forward. We're setting up for warrior one. So step your left foot a little to the left, release the heel down. Nice deep bend through the right knee, rise the palms up. So if your back heel is lifted, just step the back foot more forward, yeah? And if the balance is difficult for you today, widen your stance by stepping the left foot wider, yeah? And you can step off of the mat, it's not a problem. So just like our high lunge, we're working on those two frontal hip bones moving forward in space. So inner thigh wraps back, yeah? Lifting the skin on the belly up. Same actions we've been working on all class. Press down through the outside edge of the back foot. From here, sweep the hands behind you, interlace your fingers. See if you can press the palms towards one another as the shoulder blades retract, they move together. Open through the heart as you inhale. Hollow the belly, round forward, humble warrior as you exhale. Often our right hip pops to the side, wrap the right outer hip back. Maintain that deep bend through the right knee. Release, rise up, warrior one. Open out, warrior two. There will need to be a little shuffle of the feet. We're looking towards both of our heels being around about in line. Front foot toes pointing forward, back foot toes slightly pigeon-toed. Deep bend through the right knee. Feeling the shoulder girdle atop the pelvis. Atop, that was an interesting choice of cue from me. Very proper. I'm going to release the back palm, flip the front palm, inhale the palm overhead. Great. Now using your left hand, place the left hand to the side of the right rib. So it's like you're hugging yourself here again, yeah? And in this position, feel the breath, filling the rib cage in the hand. Nice. Swing your hands to the inside of your right foot as you release the back heel, square the hips. Walk your right foot a little wider, drop your back knee now, untuck the toes. Option to stay here, option to use your props to rest your hands or your forearms on top of, or bring your forearms down onto the mat. Can there still be a sense of a long spine here? Let's bring our hands to mat. Step back, plank, flow or rest. Inhale, rises left leg to sky. Bend through the knee, allow the hip to open. Straight through the legs, square the hip, knee to chest, step the foot forward. Warrior one, stepping right foot a little to the right, a little forward, rise the palms up. So feel free to adjust this posture as you need. Sweep the hands behind you, uncomfortable thumb on top this time, open through the heart. Hollow through the belly and fold forward, humble warrior one. Just watching that left hip doesn't move towards the side of the room, wrap it back. You might be able to feel the ribcage expand here up against the left thigh. Inhale, rise palms up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Settling in. Flip in reverse. Maybe your right arm gives you a hug and your right hand rests to the outer left ribcage. Breathing into the hand. Maneuver the hands to the inside of the left foot. Walk the left foot a little wider, releasing that back heel. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Option to stay here or to bring the forearms down onto props or mat. No need to force. Allowing the breath to relax the body. And then the body will release the tension when it's ready. Hands to mat. Step back. Final flow of the class if you would like to take it. We'll meet in an extended child's pose, so knees wide, big toes together, reach the hands forward. Forehead to the mat. Feeling the breath as it moves the body. Yes, you can feel it in the rib cage, but where else can you feel this movement? Maybe there is movement down into the hips, throat, nostrils. So we have a final hip opener of class. Begin to lift yourself up one vertebrae at a time. I'm going to come into frog pose. I'm pretty sure this is nobody's favourite pose. I do suggest that you roll up the sides of your mat or that you place a blanket underneath the knees. I'm just going to come a little forward here so cushion's got some space. So we're going to bring our knees wide here and line up our feet with our knees and our pelvis between the knees also. And maybe you stay here. This already feels like a hell of a lot for most people. Or you can begin to come down onto your forearms.
Okay, you can say that.
Okay. Christian and I don't have a lot of space here. You can come down to your forearms, or you can come down onto a prop. You're not forcing, you're not pushing, but allowing the breath to guide the body to open. Take 5 more deep breaths. No super glamorous way of getting out of these postures. You really have 2 options, either to slide yourself forward or to slide yourself backwards. We're going to arrive in a traditional child's pose, so there's no rush. Take your time, knees together, ankles together, hands down near the feet, and just folding forward. On top of a prop now to support the opening of the heart, just a very gentle back bend. So if you have a block, a bolster, you're welcome to take those options, or you could use a book or a couple of pillows. So you want to place your prop towards the top end of your mat, and you're going to roll over your prop, round about where your shoulder blades are. And then bring your feet nice and wide and your knees knocked together. And it might take you a few moments to find what's comfortable for you. Your hands could rest either side of your body, or you could reach your arms up above, grab hold of each opposite elbow. take a twist to each side. Go ahead and take your favourite twist to the right. If you're new to the practice, just bring your knees in towards the chest, the pelvis a little to the left, and allow the legs to drop to the right. Your core engage, bring the legs back to center and make your way to a twist on the left. Gently bring your legs back to center, uncross the legs, pelvis central, and you're going to find your Shavasana. Legs wide, arms wide. Settling in. Letting go of the controlled breathing now. Simply observing the breath. The mantra of the breath is so hum. So hum means I am. As you rest here and observe the breath, you may be able to hear the breath singing to you so as you inhale, and hum as you exhale. So hum. So hum. So hum. encourage you to stay here in Shavasana and rest for as long as feels good for you today. A 5 to 10 minute Shavasana is always super juicy. I'd like to thank you so very much for sharing your practice with me. It's an absolute joy and a pleasure to guide you. Perhaps as you move through the remainder of your day, you stay present to your breath, continuing to guide the breath in these slow, full, deep, diaphragmatic breaths.